Can you imagine if we hated each other and then I had to do this press tour and everyone's like, what's it like working with Brad Pitt? And I'm like,
amazing.
He's great.
So how did you get involved in a film like this? Because it's such a massive budget, so many stars. Do you know what I mean? Do you have to audition for something like this? Do they just ring you up and say, come on down? How does it work?
Oh man, I think for this one, I definitely had to audition.
Okay.
And I was so happy to because, well, first, when I read something and I get like this like anxiety because I want to do it so bad, that's how I know it's like an amazing project. Because I was reading this and I was like, I have to be in this. I just want to be in this so bad. Like, and if I'm not in it, I'll just go crazy. So being able to audition for this was so scary and exciting and fun. And what's funny is the other day, Brad told me that he actually brought my name up as someone that he wanted to have read for this part. And then they were like, we're already reading her. And he was like, oh, sick. So that was, I told him, I was like, how do you know who I was? He was like, what do you mean?
That's amazing, though.
I know, I was very excited to hear that.
It used to be on Brad Pitt's radar. Do you know what I mean? You know you've made
That's
it.
what I said. I was like, why did you know who I was? He was like, why would you ask me that?
I love the way you're at that point in your relationship where you can say, why did you know who it was? Do you know what I mean? You obviously are for know him well now, whether you're friends or not. What's he like to work with then? And like, this is Oscar winner Brad Pitt. Do you learn from people like that when you work with them?
I mean, there's something about Brad that's just so, like, he's just so, I don't know, a guy of that massive talent, but also just being in the spotlight for as long as he has been and just going through so much and being in this industry for so long. Truly one of the most chill, nice, like, laid-back people I've ever met. And I loved working with him. Everyone loved working with him. And he really does impart such a wonderful ease on everyone, but also there was some stuff that I had gone through on set, like while we were filming, and my personal life with like public criticism and man, talking to him about stuff like that was really, really helpful. He was very, very lovely.
Yeah, so I'm glad to hear he's a nice guy. I don't think he's a great nice guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nice to hear that it's true.
Can you imagine if we hated each other and then I had to do this press tour and everyone's like, what's it like working with Brad Pitt? And I'm like,
amazing.
He's great.
Come here, your character in this, I mean, when you first meet her, you kind of think, oh, this lovely, innocent, kind of nice person. And then all of a sudden, maybe it goes in a different direction. So when you read the script and kind of saw this character, what did you make of her? And was it hard to get in her headspace?
No, I had so much fun.
Did you?
I really, because like it's so fun to play the villain. Obviously, I don't relate much to her because you know she's evil. But I had so much fun diving into her. It's really cool when you get to play heightened characters like this because the stuff that you do to prepare for this character is like. It's just different. It's so fun. You get to like have a new dialect and learn a new language and just like take big swings because you're playing something so heightened out of reality that you're just like, whatever, I can try some stuff. And if it doesn't work, well, then they'll cut it out. I can't wait. So like, I really enjoyed sinking my teeth into this one.
And she can turn it on, your character, the prince. I mean, she can turn on those tears like that. And I was wondering, as an actor yourself, do you find that easy to just do that crying on cue? Do you know what I mean?
It's so funny. People ask me that, and I'm like, I don't really know how to answer it because people are like, "What's your trick?" I'm like, I don't know actually. I don't know.
You don't go to a like sad place or.
Sometimes it depends on like what I'm crying for in the story. Like if it's something that's like super devastating, like yeah, I'll put myself in a dark place. But it's something like for Prince, it's like. Well, I don't really feel bad for Prince, so, you know, but, like, she, some days it's hard, some days it's not. It just depends on the day, I guess.
Yeah, and she's an intense character, but what I love about this film, maybe with everybody, there's this comic level that's always kind of little simmering underneath. Was it hard to get that balance right, you know, to keep the story going, to keep the action going, but yet have those laughs hitting the beats for the comedy?
I loved that aspect of it. Comedy is so fun. It's super hard, but it's so fun. And I always read this character with, like, an underlying bit of comedy to her. And that was really fun for me to be able to try and like figure out ways to like make her be menacing but also just like so outrageously evil that it's like kind of funny sometimes. Right. And so like that's where I landed on it, and I had a great time crafting that humor and kind of bringing that into the table with David and being like, I think that like this could be an opportunity for her to be kind of nuts and like in a funny way. And he's like, I love it, let's try it. So he was great and collaborative that way.
This is such a madcap film, and you've mentioned Brad, you mentioned David, obviously Aaron's in this, Brian. Did you all kind of get along well? Was there any kind of nights out to like bond or anything like this?
Well, because we were in the middle of the pandemic, like truly in the middle of it with no vaccine or anything, it was like so strict, everything. When we were around each other, they'd be like, shields up. So you're trying to tell a story to someone, and the only thing you can hear is your own fucking voice. But we honestly, even with all that, we found a way to all be super close and just really just create a very familial environment on set. And like being on this tour with them too, it's just like you feel like you're just hanging out with your friends, and like it happens to all be being filmed at the same time.
Well, listen, Joey, congratulations on Bullet Train. Loved it, and great to talk to you.
Thank you. You too.